Good morning, my beautiful merfolk. Welcome to another Mercedes Reacts. That's what we'll go with. We are going to go back into the Anti MLM subreddits while I finish up my skincare routine and maybe put on some makeup. So let's get started. Our first post is take things that never happened for 500. And it's like a generic picture. It kind of looks like a picture somebody like pulled off like Google Images search, and it looks like they posted it like on their Instagram stories, and it says a story regarding PCOS. This morning, I broke the news to my OBGYN that I stopped taking birth control back in September. I told her what I had been doing recently, and here are a few comments she made. She claims that her OBGYN said there have been a lot of studies coming out about the microbiome and how it plays a huge role in your health. I've been following a few bloggers that talk about gut health. What? As we'll read in the comments, someone's like, if my OBGYN said that she was getting her information from bloggers, I would walk out. So, like, already it's like either that didn't happen or you need a new OBGYN. Maybe it's not even like an actual doctor. Maybe she's seeing someone in the like pseudoscience realm of things. Actually, that would make more sense in my opinion. I may need to tell my husband about this stuff because he has GI issues. Okay. You've lost about 10 pounds since your last appointment, so whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I am cyst free without meds. First time ever since I was 18. Also, she approved my supplements. So having her supplements approved doesn't really mean anything. Just means that the doctor is like, sure, you can take this. Like, it's not going to interfere with whatever else you're taking or not taking. So it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that like the doctor's like, oh yes, I approve this as a treatment for PCOS. It just means, sure, you can take this. So whatever. Also, can we talk about the health claims here? That she's saying that this supplement that she's selling is helping her with her PCOS and remain cyst free. So yeah, you can't do that. You can't make health claims like that. The part where she says I may need to tell my husband about this stuff because he has GI issues. The doctor apparently said this to her. Again, not really sure that this was said. And like she also could be like twisting part of the truth where like maybe the doctor had said something about, I don't know. We weren't there. We don't know what this conversation was about, but I feel like this would make more sense and would be more of a plausible conversation that she had if the doctor was not an actual doctor, in my opinion. Um, and you've lost about 10 pounds since your last appointment, so whatever you're doing, keep doing it. That could have been said by the doctor. I'm not really that surprised. It just honestly sounds like an offhanded comment any doctor would make. Like, well, it looks like you're doing good, so keep doing what you're doing. Doesn't necessarily mean, again, that they approve these supplements as a treatment for PCOS. All right, and then last point I want to make regarding all of this is that she says she went off her birth control. She doesn't say when. So we are missing a lot of context from this because she could have gone off her birth control the day before. It could be a month before, a week before, months, weeks before. We just don't know how long it's actually been since she's been off her birth control. So we are missing like a big chunk of information there. Also, we don't know why she went off her birth control like completely. Like, did she solely go off of her birth control just for the sake of because she trusts her supplement so much? Is she trying to get pregnant? I don't know that either. As to like why she went off the birth control, she doesn't say how long it's been, and it takes a long time for your body to get back to normal after birth control. trust me, I know. Like, it's been many years since I've been on birth control, but when I was younger and I went off birth control, it took like probably a year for my body to like regulate itself again afterwards. And I thought maybe I had PCOS because I was having a lot of issues during that time. My cycle wasn't regular. Well, it was sort of regular, but it was like really short. And that's just because my body was trying to regulate itself after going off birth control. Also, because I was working in a bagel factory with a gluten sensitivity, undiagnosed gluten sensitivity at the time. So I was also having like terrible acne. I was gaining weight. I was just having like a lot of different like health issues because of the gluten. Um, like literally like being absorbed like through my pores. Like I'm kind of breaking out right now because I've been eating gluten lately. Um, so yeah, anyways, there's a lot of context that we are missing. So the actual post here says, this was posted on Facebook by a Plexus Hun. Can't take someone seriously if they don't know the difference between roll versus roll. If my doctor said their research involved following bloggers on social media, I'd be looking for a new provider. Exactly. Like, that's super sketch. Bull. Doesn't making completely false medical claims violate some FTC regulations? Absolutely. As we discussed, that 1000% violates FTC guidelines, and you can get in big trouble for that. Report. If my gynecologist told me she was getting information from mommy bloggers, I would walk right out of the office. Exactly. Same. The Hun was smart not to suggest the doctor found studies about it. Then she might have to provide links. Yeah. And is going to tell her husband about the product. Poor man has been suffering while his MD wife was waiting for an MLM product to save him. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And that's like the thing too. Like a lot of people in MLMs will claim like their product, like everybody needs their product, which nobody needs an MLM product, in my opinion. And this Plexus, like pink drink and whatever, is not going to be the product to save you from whatever is ailing you. How about you go see a real doctor? And if your doctor is like this one, go see a different one, please. And thank you. I would be okay with my doctor, any of them, I have a few, reading blogs or watching videos to get better understanding of patients' lived experience. But if my endo said they read about a cure for diabetes on some blog, I would run out the door. Yeah, that's just giant red flag. All right, so our next post is about someone whose niece is in an MLM and they are looking for advice on how to talk to their niece. So let's read this. All right, this one reads, Hi, Aunt Blank and Uncle Blank. I miss y'all so much. I know it's a little late, but I was wondering if you would be willing to help me out. I just got started with a financial education company and I need a few people to witness my training appointments in my first 30 days. I put you down as someone who would be willing to help me. Can my trainer give you a call and set up an appointment? Yikes. And this is for Primerica, by the way. So the aunt says, I just got this text from my very sweet niece. I know it's Primerica. I want to call her to tell her why she shouldn't get involved, but I don't know how to explain it to her beyond just MLM equals bad. She's misguided and generally looking for a direction in life. Any advice? My first question, and we don't really have an answer here in this initial post, is just where are the parents? If you listen to a lot of true crime, you may get the reference. If you don't, you need to. And if you like true crime, you need to listen to the A Date with Dateline podcast. Anyways, but that is my first question, is where are the parents? Are they not really a part of the niece's like life? Does the aunt and uncle have a bad relationship with the parents? Or are the parents like big like MLM supporters? My first advice would obviously be to go to the parent and just have a discussion with them. But that would be my like first suggestion, because then you could get together with the parents, kind of make a plan together and like figure out like the best way to approach the niece about this. I mean, one reason not to, I guess, would be fear of like breaking the niece's trust. But you could also like discuss a way to like discreetly like go about it so that the niece doesn't know. Anyways, that would be my advice. But let's read. I think there were some like good comments down here, so let's read some of these comments. This one is, you could respond and say, "Hey niece, it's so good to hear from you. We miss you too. By any chance is this Primerica you're working with? You know that we would love to support you in the things that you are doing. However, concerning businesses such as this one, we have made a conscious and educated decision to not support. We hope you understand and will be more than willing to share our reasons, knowledge, and thoughts on this if you'd like. We hope to see/speak to you soon." And then someone said like literally the only sane answer on this thread. I didn't go through this whole thread, but I did see some like good advice on here, so I don't feel like this was the only one. Anyways, but she says, "Thank you. I believe that for every situation, you need to think of the end result and what you're hoping to achieve. I can take emotion out of any and everything, but in a case like this, it wouldn't be helpful and could damage the relationship. You can say no and still show loved ones that we care about them." Exactly. 100% agree. Here's another good one. "We are not interested in speaking with your mentor, but we'd love to meet up and show you how to keep a profit loss ledger, a very important part of finance and business." I kind of like the idea of like getting together and like trying to help educate the niece, and like just provide like some good like life skills advice. If you do meet up after that, depending on how close you are, you can address how concerned you are with the manipulative language that she's being trained to use and let her down gently about how big a scam it is. Come with receipts. Alternatively, show up to the training and rip it to shreds. If you're 100% sure you can stand your ground, if they're well trained enough, it could backfire. Good luck. Good luck. I hope your niece escapes soon. The second part was funny. But I think the first part is really good advice. I don't think showing up to the training is a good idea, but I think just trying to separate the niece from the like cult like actions and mentality of the MLM is a good move. I think we're gonna pretty much end it there today, so I don't get into a whole another one. I'm almost done with the makeup. And Kiara really wants to do, she wants to do a little experiment. She wants to do sink or float. She's been watching a lot of Ryan's World, so I kind of want to participate too and just record her and have some fun together. But if you like this video, I would love if you could comment your thoughts below. How would you approach the situation with the niece? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on that as well. My tummy is growling. It's like, feed me, Seymour. I fixed the lighting situation a little bit. I just moved my ring light, and so now I do not look like a clown or a monster today. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for the next one. I'm out.